I'm Stavros Mastrogiannis, and today I want to talk to you about a walking challenge that I put together, and I truly hope that you join. Now, the reason I put this video together about this challenge is because this is not your typical fitness challenge. And that is why I want to explain in this video what's so different about it and why you should definitely be joining. Now, before I do that, I want to give you a little bit of my background so you can better understand why I put this challenge together in the first place. I got into the weight loss field back in 1992, and I got into it with one goal in mind, to help people not just lose the weight that they want, but lose it in the way that they can easily maintain it for life. Otherwise, what's the point of losing weight? Now, when I first got into the field, I quickly realized that the current methods of weight loss, although they were very good at helping people lose weight fast, they were horrible at helping people keep the weight off after they lost it. As you probably already know, the vast majority of people who lose weight regain the weight back. As a matter of fact, only around 5% of the people are able to keep the weight off long term. Now, the question is why? And without getting into too much detail, the reason is because most weight loss programs have one major flaw. And the flaw is they don't help people eliminate the root cause of weight gain, which is their daily habitual behaviors. In reality, we don't even really have a weight problem. And whenever I say that, people look at me like I have two heads. What do you mean we don't have a weight problem? Of course we do. No, we don't. What we have is a behavior problem. Weight gain is only the symptom of our behaviors. Unless you eliminate the root cause of a symptom, the symptom will always keep coming back. Well, most weight loss programs don't help people make permanent changes in their daily habitual behaviors, only temporary ones so they can lose weight fast. Since they only mask the unhealthy behaviors, sooner or later the unhealthy behaviors return, and so does the weight. So the obvious question is, how do you make permanent changes in your daily habitual behaviors? And the short answer is, you work on changing one behavior at a time. It's very hard for the body to change more than one behavior at a time. The more behaviors you try to change at once, the more likely is it that you will burn out before those behaviors had a chance to become habitual. That is one of the main problems most weight loss programs have. In an effort to help people lose weight fast, they have them make all the necessary changes all at once, which almost always leads to burnout. The question I always ask people who want fast weight loss is this: what is the point of losing weight fast if you're going to regain the weight back? Won't you rather take a few extra months and lose weight the sustainable way and never have to worry about your weight again? The fact is actually that the sustainable way of losing weight only seems slow, but in reality is the fastest way to lose weight. Think about it. How many people do you know who every year they seem to be losing the same 20, 30, or 40 pounds? I personally know quite a few people who every spring get on the same kind of diet or weight loss program. They lose weight for the summer, and by the end of the year, they have regained all the way back. The following spring, they repeat the process and the cycle continues. Now, what if they have taken their time the first time around and lost weight by making permanent changes in their daily habitual behaviors? Yes, they might have taken a few extra months to lose all the weight, but a year later, they would not be worrying about losing the same weight over again. So let's think about it. Which way is really the faster way of losing weight? My grandfather always used to tell me, when you do something, do it right the first time. This way you will not have to do it over again later. I feel the same way when it comes to losing weight and getting in shape. If you're going to invest your time and your money into losing weight, it might as well do it the sustainable way. This way you will not have to do it again next year. And this is how I teach my clients to lose weight and get in shape. Now, let me explain about my 5-minute walking challenge. The goal of this challenge is not to lose a certain amount of weight or to walk a certain distance, but to simply develop the habit of walking regularly. You see, the reason most fitness challenges don't have a long-term effect on people's weight and health is that they focus on short-term goals. For example, let's take a weight loss challenge. As I explained earlier, in order to lose weight fast, you need to make many changes in your life all at once. Most people can motivate themselves for the short term and make all those changes so they can lose weight fast and have a better chance of winning the challenge. The question is this: what happens after the challenge is over? Well, for the vast majority of people, it's impossible to maintain the motivation required to maintain all those changes. So they simply return back to their old habits and thus regaining the weight back. Most fitness challenges that I've seen, they don't help people develop new habitual behaviors, which is the key to sustainable and healthy weight loss. And that is why I put together this 5-minute walking challenge to help people develop the habit of walking. Walking, by the way, is one of the best forms of exercise that you can do for your health. Just look at all the healthy regions around the world. Okay, you don't see them running or doing any kind of elliptical in those regions, but you do see them walk all the time. In this challenge, all we ask people to do is walk for at least 5 minutes every day for the next 60 days. That is all. The number one criticism I get when I tell people that they only need to walk for 5 minutes is that what would 5 minutes do? It won't make any difference. The reason so many people have this attitude is because of what they have been taught by the fitness experts. You see, when I went to school and I actually learned that you must do at least 20 minutes of cardio to get any benefits from your aerobic workout. And that is what I used to teach my clients. Think about it. If you think that you must do at least 20 minutes of cardio in order to get any benefits, would you ever consider doing 5 or 10 minutes? Of course not. There are two big problems with the notion that you must do 20 minutes to get benefits. Now, the number one problem is that that's not true for the average person. You see, a lot of the studies that suggest that you must do at least 20 minutes of aerobics in order to get benefits, those studies were based on college-age individuals. For young people, doing 5 minutes of walking will not make much of a difference. However, when you look at older, out-of-shape individuals, 1 minute of walking 3 times a week has benefits. The second problem with the notion that you must do 20 minutes is that it's very hard to create a habit in that way. And let me explain why. As I explained earlier, the best way to create new habit is through repetition. Now, you repeat something long enough, and sooner or later that something will become habitual. Now, what is easier to stay consistent with and do every day? 20 minutes of walking or 5 minutes of walking? Obviously, the 5 minutes. In addition, you must keep in mind that the longer and more complicated an action is that you are trying to make habitual, the longer it would take for that action to become habitual. The longer you have to repeat an action before it becomes a habit, the greater the chance that you burn out before that action has a chance to become a habit. Can you see the problem now with 20 minutes? This is why if you're looking for sustainable and healthy weight loss, the first goal of an exercise program should never be results, but instead it should be to develop the habit of exercising. As I just explained, the best way to ensure that you stick with a workout long enough to make it a habit is to keep the workout short and simple. Once working out becomes a habit, then, and if you like to push yourself to get faster results, by all means, you can go ahead and do that. Unfortunately, most fitness professionals don't approach working out in this manner, and this is one big reason why the vast majority of people have a hard time sticking with their exercise program. Keep in mind, for somebody that does not work out at all, even shorter workout will yield benefits. Let me tell you a story that perfectly illustrates this point of small steps. Flossing. How many people do you know who don't floss regularly? Okay, I used to be one of those people. And I remember actually my dentist was also a client of mine. So, I would go for my regular cleanup. My dentist would tell me, I'm not flossing enough and why I should be flossing. I would get inspired. I would floss for a couple of weeks and I will fall off the wagon. And I continued year in, year out. I was getting really annoyed with myself because I was thinking, I'm trying to get people to exercise regularly, which takes a lot longer than flossing. And I can't even get myself to floss regularly. Honestly, I felt a little bit hypocritical. How can I expect people to be exercising regularly when I have a hard time flossing? And that's what actually drove me to do a lot of my own research to figure out how habits are created. And that's when I came across the Kaizen method, which is an ancient Asian philosophical system on how to best apply change. And that's where I came up with the idea to start flossing one tooth. Okay, I took flossing and broke it down to the smallest step possible, which was flossing one tooth, and I start doing that every night. Now, when I told my dentist what I was doing, his reaction was, "You're not flossing, you're wasting your time. You're only flossing one tooth." And I explained to him, "Listen, I'm not trying to floss. My first goal is to develop the habit of picking up the string every night. By making the action so small, it was very easy for me to keep repeating the action night after night. Now, it took me, I think, a couple of months, and before I knew it, actually, I was flossing every single tooth without even trying. And I've been flossing, by the way, ever since. It's been, I think, 15, 18 years now, and I don't miss a night of flossing. And because I made it into a habit by first breaking it down into the smallest component possible and not worrying about results. Now, the thing I want you to keep in mind, the smaller you keep the step, the easier it is for you to keep repeating the step long enough to make it into a habit. I truly hope now you can see why my walking challenge is only 5 minutes, because it's very easy for you to repeat. Now, by all means, if you feel like doing more than 5 minutes of walking, do it. That's great. But also keep in mind, if let's say one day you felt really good and you end up doing 30 minutes of walking, it doesn't mean the next day you have to do 30 minutes again. The next day you only have to do again 5 minutes. Anything beyond 5 minutes, it's, I call it optional. Okay? And you'll find like by the end of the first 30 days, walking will start becoming more like second nature. Okay? After the first 30 days, I would advise you to try to increase walking to maybe 10 minutes, at least for 6 days out of the 7 days a week. And again, you'll find that by the end of the 60 days of this challenge, walking will be second nature to you, and you will not need any motivation to keep it up. And that's again, that's the main goal of this challenge, is to make walking habitual, so no motivation is needed for you to engage in it. Now, let's get to the important stuff. How do you win? Okay. First of all, I truly believe everyone who participates in my 5-minute walking challenge will be a winner, because by the end of it, they will have developed the habit of walking regularly, which is one big step towards better health and also could serve as a catalyst of more healthy habits to come. However, the top 3 people who get the most points will also win free personal training sessions at my facility, Live Your Way Thin, which is located in Danbury. First place will receive 3 free personal training sessions. Second place will get 2 free personal training sessions. And the third place will get 1. The way you get points is very simple. You automatically get 1 point for joining, and then 1 point for each day that you walk. You also get 10 points, bonus points, for each person you get to join the challenge. Now, the reason I give that many points for getting somebody to join is because I know when you have somebody else to walk with you, you're more likely to stick with it long enough to make it a habit. So we want to encourage people to get their friends and family to walk with them. Besides, it's very good for their health also. People can join the challenge anytime between now and March 23rd. The 60 days start from the day that they join. I've included a link where you can sign up in the description of this video, because we want to give participants as much support as we can. We will be all participants will be receiving an invitation to join a private Facebook group, Walking for Better Health. There they can meet other people who are part of the challenge, and they can help encourage each other or even form walking groups. In addition, once per week, I will hold a live questions and answer event where I'll be answering questions about the event and about fitness and weight loss. In addition to the invitation, all participants will also receive the guide How to Lose the Weight so it stays off for life for free. It will show you how you can develop new habits and how to develop the right mindset for sustainable weight loss. Also, you will receive a booklet with my 20 favorite Mediterranean healthy recipes, plus 4 extra recipes with video instructions. Also, all participants will receive a 50% off coupon, My Simple Way to Vibrant Health How-To Guide, for those of you who would like to start working on your eating habits too, in order to start losing weight. By the way, if you decide you want to start working on your eating habits, I would encourage you to work on your walking habit for at least 2 weeks before you start working on your eating habits. If you're tired of losing weight only to regain the weight back, if you're tired of feeling sick and tired all the time, I would encourage you to join my walking challenge. It could be the beginning of something great for your weight and health. Now, if you see this video late and before you had a chance to join, I would encourage you to do the 5-minute walking challenge anyway on your own. If you like, send me an email that you like to you'll be doing the challenge on your own, and I will send you all the stuff that all the participants received in this challenge. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. I've included my email in the description of this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you join. And again, don't hesitate to email me with any questions. Thank you again.